So the week before Earth Week, we started learning about mixtures and solutions. And then I was looking around online for some things to do, and I saw an article on making rock candy. So, and actually, in order to make rock candy, you are making a solution, except it's a super saturated solution. What I'm going to do right now is because I'll go through the ingredients in a minute. While this, this is 1 cup sugar. 1 cup sugar. Okay. So while I'm mixing this, let me just tell you, we talked about the word saturated actually. When we were learning about solvents and solutes, which in this case our solvent is water and our solute is the sugar. And I was telling you, like when you make a cup of iced tea, and if you don't put enough iced tea mix powder in there and it's too watered down, that's diluted. Okay, if you were to make chocolate milk and your solvent was the milk and you add in only 1 spoonful of Nesquik powder, it would just taste more milk. You really wouldn't have chocolate. Again, that's diluted. Well, today we're doing the opposite of that. It's saturated, where that gets to the point where you can't add any more solute in, and it doesn't mix anymore. Now in this case, we're adding heat, which you're going to see also in today's actual lesson. This is just a little extra. We talk about adding heat. Is another way of physical change. Okay, so you'll learn about that in the next video. So what I've done is, in order to make rock candy, it's a 3-to-1 ratio. So if I have 1 cup of water, I have 3 cups of sugar. If I have 2 cups of water, I have 6 cups of sugar. That's actually what the recipe called for, but that's a lot of sugar. So I'm doing 1 cup water, and so now I have my 1 cup water, and I added 1 cup of sugar, and it has now melted. So now I'm going to add another cup of sugar. Okay, so as you can see, the syrup, which is what they call it, is really boiling. I'm going to add the final cup of sugar into the pot, and I'm going to make sure that this gets mixed thoroughly and that all the sugar melts. And what I'm going to be doing next, I'll tell you before I do it, is that I have the sticks that we're going to be using to make the rock candy. If you've never seen rock candy before, I guess it would have been good if I showed you a picture, which I could probably call up on my phone right here. Okay, but what's going to happen is we have sugar and water, and it's a solution, and the sugar, as the solution dries or cools, it's going to reform crystals, and I'm going to tell you how to make the biggest crystals possible. Okay, so this is just finishing. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to still let it boil a little bit. I could check with my candy thermometer. Okay, my handy dandy. Okay, let me just put this down and find my glasses so I could actually see the numbers on this. I'm going to see what temperature it's at. It's supposed to be at 230 degrees Fahrenheit. You got to make sure you don't touch the bottom. Okay, it's really climbing. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the candy sticks and we're going to dip them in the syrup a few times. I think 2 times to be exact. Okay, so we're almost up to the 230. Okay, so I'm going to pull this out because it's really boiling. I know that it's there. I'm going to reduce the temperature a little bit so it can continue to boil. Okay, let me just make sure. And you could tell that all the sugar is dissolved only because the heat is on. If the heat wasn't on, the sugar would not dissolve, hence the super saturated solution. So we're going to probably try to make about 4 of these lollipops, rock candy lollipops. So I'm dipping them in. Okay, now don't do this at home, if you don't have a parent or, because this is very hot. Okay, this is going to take a few different dips into the syrup, and then after we dip it into the syrup, what we're going to do is we're going to roll it around in, I have some sugar on the plate, I know it's hard to see. That step is called seeding, S-E-E-D-I-N-G, and so it kind of gets the, I might have said salt, by the way, it's sugar. It gets the solution, it will start to crystallize a little easier. Okay, I'm going to lower this a little bit more. Okay. Sarah's on camera today again. There she is. Okay, I'm just going to dip this in here.
Flaming hot Cheetos.
Madison's in the background eating flaming hot Cheetos. Okay. I'm just letting this cool a little bit. I'll dip it another time. And then you can see I have my mason jars, which some of you might recognize them from my overnight oats that I used to eat at school in the mornings. Okay. My last time, I'm dipping these in. Okay, just make sure that, let's get some of that solution on it. Nice and stuck, so it sticks easier when they are suspended in midair in the jars. Okay, now I'm going to roll them around the sugar. Okay, I really wish probably I had another place to put them. It'd be nice if they were colorful. All right, now this, just so you know, you're not going to see anything today. We're going to visit this over time because it, even Sarah didn't realize, it takes time for the crystals to form, okay? And you can even see some of the droplets kind of dried right away there, okay? Now you could just look at the boiling water for 1 second. Let me just rinse my hands off because they are super sticky. All right, now let me get the next part here for you. Now the next part might be a little difficult. We might have to stop video in a second because I have to see how this is going to go. Okay, so remember we have way more solvent in this than we have way more solute in this than solvent. Okay, now I know Sarah, we both picked colors that we wanted to do. All right, I'm gonna turn this off. So I wanted purple. Okay. I'm going to use a candy stick here. I'm just going to drop a little bit of the purple. It's very, very dark into the bottom of the container. Okay, I hope that is enough. If not, we can always add more later. And I don't know what color Sarah picked. Sarah, what is, oh, pink. Okay, whoops, upside down. Pink. Ooh, got some of the purple on my hand. Ooh, these are more of like a jelly-like, so I don't know.
They're the only food ones stuff.
Yeah. These we use for if we make colored cupcakes and things like that, which I'm not really the baker too much or cook, but I've been cooking. What are you gonna do? Nobody rated my meal this evening. What's my rating on my meal this evening? We had grilled chicken, rice. 9.5. Woohoo! All right. I'm gonna throw these in the garbage. Maybe the garbage. Okay. So here we go. I think I've gotten every step down. And I was taking all right, so what I'm going to do now with these jars is we are going to pour our solution in, and then we are going to hope that it mixes quite easily with the food coloring. If not, I might need to just mix that a little bit. And that is all. Okay, so let's, I'm going to pour this. I'm going to probably do this over the sink because I'm a little nervous about burning myself. Okay, so let me I'm putting it in the actual sink. Okay, I really should have put a metal spoon in there so the jar does not break, because if you put hot into glass, there's a very good chance that it could crack, which happened to me the other evening with a pot lid. But it did have metal on it, so I don't even know how it exploded. Okay, but if you put a metal spoon or something metal in a glass and then put hot, it won't break. Okay, we're gonna pour the second. I'm hoping this, ooh, I hope Sarah likes the color. Okay, good, Sarah?
Nice,
We
yeah.
could even make a third one after. Okay, I'm gonna pull these out of the sink. Hope they're not too hot. I don't wanna burn myself. Okay, I'm gonna mix this. Okay, mix this one a little bit. Try to get the color off the sides. Okay, that should be a pretty color. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how these turn out. All right, we have our sticks are drying. I think they're pretty dry. Ooh, they're very sticky. Very, very sticky. And I hate sticky. All right, now what I did is I grabbed some pipe cleaners because you are supposed to use clothespins because the lollipop sticks cannot touch the sides or the bottom of the jar. So in order to do that, I don't have clothespins in my house right now. So I'm going to try to put this down in here. And I thought what I would do, I don't know if this is gonna work, I guess we're gonna find out together, is make it so that it's suspended midair. Okay, and I do have tape too, so I'll tape it. So we'll make 2 pinks. God bless you.
Thank you.
Sneeze is not related with corona, I'm just saying. Okay, just teasing. Okay, we're all healthy here for now. Okay, and we'll do this. Now you can see they're not straight, which is quite annoying. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tape it. Ooh, it is hot. Wow. Okay, we're gonna tape this on. Okay, and I will tape it on this side here. All right, and I will make that work. Okay, so now I'm gonna take a little mini commercial break, and I'm gonna do the same thing with the purple. So when we come back, we'll have this all taped up and suspended in midair for you. Okay, see you in a second. We're back. So you can probably see that I've cleaned up. Everything was a sticky mess. In fact, I just realized that I don't know how on earth I got it in my hair, but I did. You also might notice we have a 3rd jar here. We had so much of the syrup, okay, that's what they call it, that solution, and so we did green, okay. I put 2 sticks there. I did the same process. I dipped it in the syrup, and then I rolled it around in some of the sugar, and then we suspended it. They're not exactly straight up and down, except for this one looks pretty good. These aren't too bad. So we have purple, pink, and green. Now, from what I understand is we can't jiggle, touch the jars. So I'm probably gonna move them into a location that no one will touch them. Let's see, maybe we can film them across time also to see how they're doing. It is also my understanding, I'll put the link to where I found this experiment / recipe. Do not do this without an adult, and even the adult, it is hot. But I'll put the link up there for you. It's my understanding that if you put them in a dark room, the crystals will be bigger. And the slower that it cools, also you'll get nice big crystals. So that's why we want to carefully not touch them. Don't let them jiggle around, and don't disturb them. And we'll leave them in a nice dark room. So it's probably going to take about, my understanding, about 2 to 3 days for the crystals to form. I'll keep checking them, and maybe we'll make some update videos also along the way so that you guys could see. And what's going to eventually happen, I mean, all the syrup is not going to go, but they even to get your rock candy out, you might have to break the crystals at the top of the jar, which I'll show you. Hopefully this works. I haven't done this before, so it's kind of an experiment for both of us. Yeah, fingers crossed, as you saw there. So we'll see how it goes. But again, just a little, variation. Making candy, like lollipops, caramel, it's science. It's science in the kitchen. So I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this works, and I'll get a tasty treat, and my girls get a tasty treat when this is all done. Enjoy. Go watch the other videos, and happy experimenting.